Hello and welcome. Today I'm coming with another video where I'm giving you a couple of tips that can make your life easier in campaign, this time Grand Cathay. It's mainly for, I think mostly for the Zhao, Ming and Miao Ying, basically living in a Grand Cathay. Most of them works for Yuan bow as well, so it's just general tips that can make your life easier. I hope you like it. If you do, please leave a like, subscribe, and let's go. Whichever Grand Cathay faction you will pick, your first caravan should always go to Castle Drakenhof. Always. So you're gonna get, the von Karstein blade that gives you regen. This is the best item to get at the start, because you'll be able to use your legendary lord in a dragon form, because you need to remember that dragon form and human form has two different heal caps. So let's say you use all the healing regen in dragon form, you transform into human, and it's like brand new. You have two healing caps, so you have higher chance to heal up. That's why getting von Karstein blade early on gonna be pretty much your best friend. Grand Cathay, as couple of other faction, has lords and heroes with traits that reduce cost of a building, and I highly recommend starting saving these guys. Their trait is called a bureaucrat. It reduces construction cost for 10% for all buildings, and this stacks. So if you would have like 10 of these, then you get settlements for free. But even 10% is good enough to reduce, but sometimes when you recruit them, it's not immediately visible, which is a bummer. I had a bureaucrat somewhere, hero. Okay, doesn't matter. See, that was 7,800, now it's 600 saved. Recruiting Lord once cost around 1,000 gold. So, by doing this, I immediately reduce the problem of me paying for it. Pretty much the cost is counted in, and in the long run it just returns the investment. However, I highly recommend getting them on the list when you save the character. Of course, at the start you'll have the level 1, but try to level them up by 1 level. Having them on level 2 will give you an option to reset skills, which cuts down by 2 turns option to have them back, which in the long run obviously reduce the whole paying for the building, and more often you'll use them. Buildings in the minor settlements. That's what if you have a minor settlement building that doesn't give you anything, like it doesn't have any resources, that's what I recommend to do it. Either one of these, which is income, for Yin Yang, Skyport, Alchemist Tower, to increase capacity for alchemists, and Barracks to 1, reduce global recruitment of all the Jade stuff, but also increase capacity of Gate Masters. Gate Masters are very good hero to have in literally every army. And if you have 2 of them, that's even better. They're not the greatest, but they're good at being tanks and support hero. So they're really good. Of course, you can say, hey, but what about this? Yes, of course, this will increase for local province, it will increase your income. However, the 6%, I would rather have capacity for heroes, and I'm gonna get the 6% out of income somewhere else if I build this alchemist tower, which we talk in a moment. But the capacity for gate masters and alchemists is just way better than the 6%. And yeah, you could like try to get, control. However, I rather have developed military buildings and like celestial building to get more research rate, stuff like that. At some point, when you follow my previous step, you'll have a lot of alchemists. And what I recommend often is just recruit them, at some point when you get the win and everything, and just give them the boost income. This way, they are providing you more than they cost. And to stack it in one province. Stack it in one province and they will start boosting this province to some insane degree. It's pretty much common what you can do like with Empire. But Balthazar Geld can do it, infinitely. Because Balthazar Geld infinitely increase capacity of wizards. But Grand Cathay doesn't. So, I have a capacity of alchemist 13 on 17s, and they are increasing the campaign movement range, but often they're not that good of a hero to be an army. That's why I just rather spend them stacking in one province. Oh, by the way, and if you have option for ancillary, it's called not Tea Master, Tax Collector. That will be just even better. So yeah, if you want to have a nice stable income increase, that's what you can do. When it comes to choosing which commandment you're choosing for settlement, I highly recommend research rate. Reason for that is you need crap load of research rate. It's insane amount of research rate if you want to have efficient research, because 3 is massive, right? So yeah, if you're in need for control, that's the reason. I mean, how I'm doing it, I'm ignoring. Often I'm building just walls in a province settlement, and I don't give a crap about control. I build walls so they can, deal with it, and I focus on research over control +4, over melee defense, army province, recruitment cost. Of course, if I need recruitment, then I do. And income from trade. Income from trade will effectively work later when I don't need research rate. But for the time being, I'm pumping those numbers. I'm pumping those numbers high. Because, come on. And definitely, I'd rather have these than
the House of Secrets.
Research. I want to have them all. Then I can think about like trade, because usually the research rate of all these is like 4 or 5 turns per one. So if you have a lot of research rate, you will blast through the research tree, and then you can just chillax and increased trade income. When you play Grand Cathay, except Yuan Bow, right? But when you get into region of the dragon, I mean all the gates bastion, right? The Great Bastion. I recommend building quarters, the building that reduce the upkeep of armies in this tiny province. For instance, I started campaign as Zhao Ming, and I just confederated Miao Ying. She was here. Obviously, I need to reset her skills. But these two armies, I was on red. I moved these two armies here, and now I'm, you know, the upkeep is 2,000 and 6,000 here. So you see, building this and sometimes even parking your armies here is a lucrative option. Same goes for harmony. If you have harmony in the province, you have upkeep reduction. And keep that in mind, because, you know, it makes difference when it comes to making money. So I highly recommend doing it. And just parking your units in a province where there is a harmony, but also the gates, because these can reduce upkeep up to 65%. So it's definitely worth it. Another very important thing is that you can have Astromancers reach absurd high level. This one is actually level 10 because I've sent him way before I started build up. But do agent action. Steel technology will boost your research even better. Plus, you can always have wound, but definitely some Astromancers should be used for boosting the research. Of course, I'm at the level where I probably don't need it, but nevertheless, it's good to do it, at least in the early stages where you can drop, you know, you can drop the research by 1 turn or something. It would be really good. So, and I always highly recommend starting with specialists. Hero action cost success chance is increased rather than have just increase number of research. So this will give you higher chance. That's what I would suggest to do it. That's how I do it. That's how it works, and I'm satisfied with it, and that's why I share it.
I yearn.
Okay, this is gonna be brutal, but don't bother with Ivory Road for money. Don't bother. Just send caravans. Of course, do it, especially for one of the settlement each. One of the destination points. Absolutely send it. But send it with like 200, 400 gold max. Don't invest money at all. Ivory Road is supposed to give you, stuff. But I think, putting money here is actually waste. I might be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I think I'm not wrong, because I've been playing this enough, and I try to send it for max capacity. And, sell value of cargo, 25%. It's literally almost the last point in the talent tree. So 25% of selling cargo. Oh, okay, so I send 1,000 gold, 25. Ooh, I'm gonna make 250 gold. Well, I make 120,000 already, right? So 14 armies in this case. So it's not really a great deal in the long run. So don't bother with sending cargo for money. Make other ways. Invest that money into buildings. You're gonna be just way better on it. When it comes to ogres, I always have conflicted a little bit. But when you play Zhao Ming, I recommend allying with ogres, because there is a chance. Hold on. There is a chance, yeah. There is a chance you're gonna use like ogre units from camps or just, recruitment. Because ogre mercenary, it doesn't include these. Maybe it does, because they are a bit buffed. Yeah, they look like buffed enough, but nonetheless, the ogre units are good support for even standard army, which I don't have. Yeah, Monfang cavalry is quite okay. So when you play Zhao Ming, I recommend keeping Goldtooth alive. But when you play other two, I wouldn't bother, because Zhao Ming has option to reduce upkeep, increase melee attack, melee defense for mercenary ogres, right? So it's better. But Miao Ying and Yuan both, they don't have that. So I don't see a point having them keeping ogres alive. Unless... Because when I played Miao Ying, Grimgore destroyed Goldtooth. So, yeah, it's usually around Grimgore dominating Goldtooth. However, now after the Omens of Destruction, there might be a shift where, Goldtooth gonna dominate over Grimgore, which would be a shame. So, when you play Zhao Ming, you can ally with him and try to keep him alive. They have a lot of resources here. So let's say Goldtooth. I'm making 2,000 from trading with Goldtooth. They also they can sell you a lot of resources, so it's valuable. But when you play Miao Ying, you can claim everything by yourself and have it all. So you're gonna be better on top of that. So yeah, Zhao Ming can benefit from ogres a little bit more. When you play Zhao Ming or Miao Ying, there is a chance you will come across the defenders of a great plan. They're usually not aggressive towards you, and I recommend, if you need a cash, I recommend selling them settlements. Like, they have a lot. They have almost infinity money from time. For a couple of turns they need to gather the vault, but it's stacking really high. I sold them like 3 settlements for 30,000 each. So some of the settlements they have, I sold them because, Lizu and Li Temple, I sold them and I gained like 55,000 out of it. Of course, eventually, I'm gonna go there and claim these territories. Perhaps. We'll see. But they are a really good faction to milk the money. Because they will stand here passive. They won't attack anyone. Really. They won't attack anyone. But maybe they ally with the Wood Elves. But usually they don't go aggressive against Empire or you. Well, of course, if you trespass and do other stuff, then you might have some consequences. But I believe this is your money pig. This is like emergency money you need. You're going to get it a lot. So highly recommend selling them settlements if you're in a need. Of course, to increase value, replace regular buildings and put them military buildings. If you have tier 3, put 3 military buildings. You're gonna get shitloads of money. And the final point I want to give you advice is pretty much the income. Today I've been asked by one of you about my income in a video where I was showing you the balance, quote-unquote, armies. And here's the thing. First thing you need to know is that, look, I don't have that much of a territory. 8 armies and I'm still making, what, 15,000. Of course, there are some things. I have just one army in a gate, so it's actually not that much cheating. But I'm trying, every time I conquer something, I'm trying to maintain harmony as soon as possible. Harmony is super crucial because it gives you upkeep 25% down and income 15%. This is the absolute basic. Luckily, the harmony is not busted as it used to be, where you had to count literally every damn province to have, global harmony. It was so messed up. It was toxic. But now it's tied to province. So this army is reduced by 25%. And this province is making 15% more. So this is I have actually 3 different campaigns in total with Grand Cathay, and I choose the low one. So obviously harmony. When you push forward, what I tend to do often when I push forwards to like new settlements, I tend to blow up settlements. I'm literally destroying every settlement. Why? Because I can. And this instantly reset the harmony. I know it's not the cost effective, but in the long run, it is. Because I'm saving more than whatever building it's gonna have. So I'm resetting harmony in a province immediately. So let's say here. I can't help but resolve it, unfortunately. But let's say I blow this settlement up. I have no settlement in this province, and let's say it's gonna have income or growth, right? I demolish it immediately. So next turn, I'm saving money. This is one of the key strategies to make money. Next, technology. These early on technologies, they're really early on. You shouldn't push through the middle. Go to the side. Upkeep for Yang, upkeep for Yin. It's also very good for for Yin range units. Like the early on have quite high base missile strength. Later on, the Celestial Dragon crossbowmen, they don't have high base. But if you pick up Jade crossbowmen, they're amazing, and Yin hacks is just super. But back to money. Upkeep -10 for all Yin, for all Yang. It's a must, okay? And while you're doing this, you can also hit this one. 10%, not a lot, right? But hey, it's a 10% overall, and you're gonna push forward and just, give more. So the 10% here makes difference. Like I said, not a lot, but it does matter. So obviously every little thing matters. And what else? I'm not sure if this campaign is developed enough. Quartermaster. I tend to use Lightning Strike, but I also use Quartermaster fully to get 10%. Wow, 10. Usually it's 9. And get the 6 here. So I get 16% off. So 16% off plus 10 of each yin yang. So it's 26% off. plus in a province, minus 25%. Yeah, it counts everything. So, of course, the other thing is, you know, I build in every possible settlement money building. But that's, you know, obvious. So that's how you make money in Grand Cathay in general. I don't bother with Ivory Road for money. I really don't. I usually do it for money and for fun. But I don't see high potential in money making here. I might be wrong, but I rather make money from industry, like, I mean, in normal income and trade, of course. Always pick yourself reliable source of trading, like Balthazar Geld, like Empire, like Kislev, like Dwarves. Well, Kolek is not the reliable source, but easily very, very good for that. Even these guys are reliable often. Yeah, I've been fighting them and I gave them settlement back, so this is a nice way to get extra money because they will buy it for an insane amount of money. So yeah, that's how you make money as Grand Cathay. You know, that's how you save money, because money making is different, but that's how you save money. Saving money makes money, at least in this case. And that's it from me today. I hope it was useful. If you have any suggestion, if I missed something, please leave a comment. I might prepare video number 2, like I did with Dwarves. Thank you for watching, have a great day, take care, and bye bye.